So it's been a few weeks since we saw Dmitry Bivol against Artur Beterbiev. At this point, Bivol has time to sit down, reflect on what exactly went down. And what he had to say is going to surprise you. So sit back, relax, buckle up, pay close attention because I will be asking you a question at the end of the video. So to set the stage, let's recap what went down when Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev got inside the square circle. Then we'll get to what Dmitry Bivol had to reflect on, and then we'll talk about what is next for Dmitry Bivol in his career. So both of these fighters were undisputed. They met inside the square circle. This was a highly anticipated fight. They were already scheduled to fight earlier this year, but Artur Beterbiev had an injury, had to sit down, but he showed up in this last fight. So going into the match, I was leaning towards Artur Beterbiev. I just thought that he was going to be the stronger boxer in the ring. That being said, a part of me was rooting for Dmitry Bivol because I felt like he was the underdog, and I always like to root for the underdogs. Anyhow, the fight began. Dmitry Bivol was moving around, was utilizing his jab, was throwing punches, was getting out the way, was swimming without getting wet. But Artur Beterbiev was coming, was cutting off the ring, was throwing his punches, strong punches, power shots, and every time one of those punches would hit Dmitry Bivol to the body, you were able to tell that it was hurting Bivol. He wobbled him a little bit here and there, nothing too crazy, no one went down. Anyhow, at surface level, it looked like Dmitry Bivol was landing the best shots, but Artur Beterbiev was landing the stronger shots if you were paying attention. In the mid rounds, Artur Beterbiev pressed the gas and Dmitry Bivol slowed down. Some of those body shots were taking effect and he wasn't moving around as much. Going into the late rounds, some of those late rounds were swing rounds, were close rounds. Dmitry Bivol began utilizing his footwork again, began moving around the ring. Artur Beterbiev was going for the kill, and a lot of those rounds could have gone either way. I ended up giving most of them to Artur Beterbiev because he would do one thing or another thing where it looked like he stole the round. So I gave those to Artur Beterbiev. Anyhow, after the match, Artur Beterbiev is pronounced the winner. I had Artur Beterbiev winning as well. But here is what Bivol had to say about the fight and where he started to show signs of regret. He expressed that he should have moved around more, that if they were to have another fight, a rematch, Dmitry Bivol will move around more. And I agree with that because in the early stages of the fight, the first 4 rounds, I gave them all to Dmitry Bivol because he was utilizing the ring, he was moving around, he was throwing his punches and getting out the way. But as soon as Dmitry Bivol began to slow down, Artur Beterbiev came in strong. So completely agree with what Dmitry Bivol expressed about moving around more. Anyhow, what is next for Dmitry Bivol? If I was him, I would be pushing for a rematch right away. Right away, get back in the gym, get back ready, work on your stamina, work on your cardio so that you are capable of moving around all 12 rounds. Because on a phone booth fight, on a head-to-head fight, on a toe-to-toe fight, Dmitry Bivol does not have a chance of beating Artur Beterbiev. Artur is too strong. Artur has a chin and Artur has knockout power. Believe it or not, Dmitry Bivol is the only opponent that Artur Beterbiev has been in the ring that he hasn't knocked out. Every other opponent, Artur has put them to sleep. But folks, the question I have for you is, do you believe we'll see a rematch with Bivol and Beterbiev, or do you think Canelo Alvarez is going to step in and attempt to get an Artur Beterbiev fight? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel and boxing is what you follow on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and I'll keep the videos coming. Peace.